Page 19, Rock Anywhere. 4/4 time, treble and bass clef. We got all this, so that's good. Here they put the words above the staves, so if you're going to sing it, that's the same. There's just not enough room between the staves, although they could spread the staves out a little more. They didn't. They put the words above, and that's okay. I'm not going to sing it, but you can sing it if you want. Let's talk about this. They got some interesting rhythm things. You got these quarter rests going in the right hand at the beginning. You're here to start. So it's one rest, one rest, and then that whole note is tied to the next whole note, so you're going to hold that down for 8 counts. You'll just love it, I know you will. The next line is the same thing. Third line down. It's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you got the notes, I hope. Left hand, let's look at that. At the beginning, you have a C and an E, those 2 notes. Remember to spell out the chord. Just figure it out one note at a time, starting at the bottom and work your way up. And when you have it, then you've got it. Just lower the hand down. Rest, rest, rest. See, the rhythm is not the same as you're doing in the right hand, so watch out. And then the third measure of the first line, when the right hand is holding that whole note down forever, you get to do this. Now, a little tricky part here. Now, what you can do to keep it simple, when you go from the first line to the second line in the left hand, the last note in the first line is here. The first note in the second line is these notes. You can lift up if you want and do that. Because that's tricky. These are weak fingers. They don't. That's okay. If you want to do that, that's fine. If you can connect them, that's better. But right now, you may not have that kind of control. It will come. Just right now, do the best you can. Then the second line is the same as the first, and the third line you have these chords. You have an E and a G. Next measure is a C and a G. Third measure, that is an F and a G. They look cockeyed, but you still play them at the same time. And that's pretty much it for the left hand. Put them together. Look out. Count it carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, on 4, the left hand has a rest. You got to play rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Rest. Like so. So play the rests. Be quiet. Third line down. It's here. 1, 2. Now, I know on the chords you're lifting up and down, so there's a little silence in there. That's okay. Don't have a lot of silence. You're just up and down. You don't have to be real quick about it. Just up and down. But in the right hand, you connect those. Going from one measure to the next, connect those. 2. So one hand you're lifting up and down, the other one you're staying down. Yeah. Again, third line. 2. 2. And then you go all the way down to that, and the last 2 measures is here. Hold that right hand down. And then you have a repeat sign where you go back to the beginning, and this time you can do the second verse if you're singing. Dynamic wise, at the beginning it says MF. That applies to the melody. The melody is in the right hand. This is medium loud. If you can, keep the left hand a little softer than that. So, then in the third line down, now it's an F. Now it's loud. You go up just a little louder. There's not a lot of difference between moderately loud and loud. A little louder. That's the right hand. So keep the left hand a little softer if you can. And I encourage you, if you can't, keep trying. Keep thinking about it. You just have more weight on the right hand than the left. It's time, if you haven't, you need to be doing my scale video on C major. The beginner level, 1 octave up and down. I explain the technique, I explain how the fingering, the whole thing is in that video. But when you're doing that scale, as you're practicing the scale, that's when you can practice playing one hand louder than the other. Not at first, but eventually, once you know the scale, then you can play the right hand louder, and then do the left hand louder. You got to be able to do whatever in either hand. You know, we don't favor one hand over the other in piano. So, I mean, if you have a physical restriction or something, you have to work around that. I'll leave that up to you to deal with. But otherwise, you try and develop both hands about the same. Now, I'd like to play this with you. I'm not going to do the dynamics. We're going to go slow. This says moderately fast. What's moderately fast? Oh, whatever. It's on the fast side, sort of a moderate on the fast side. On the fast side, but moderately? Depends on how you feel. How do you feel? If you're going to sing it, how fast would you sing it? You know, 1, 2, 2. Rest. Rest. You got to learn it first, and you learn it slow, and then you gradually speed it up. You can't have any wrong notes. It's all got to be there. And it takes time, so don't be in a hurry to get through. Stick with the piece until you've got it, or until you're tired of it, whichever. So let's play this together. I'll give us 4 counts, slowly. Put your hands in C position. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest.